I'm in Nigeria and I'm reporting. And a lot of people say, I was very critical of government. And I would do critical stories, but, I would balance them. And most of the time, yes, they were critical because that's what was happening. So one day I decided, you know what? The president, Olusegun Obasanjo, is having a press conference. I'm going to go approach him and just, get a reaction from him. Those days, nobody dared. This was, former general turned president, bodyguards surrounding him every time. But I figured, you know what? Let me just try. One time he's doing a press conference and I stick my mic, Mr. President, Jeff Koinange, CNN, can I ask you a question? He looks at me sternly and then he reaches out and he grabs me by the nose like this. And he starts dragging me down the corridor. Everybody's looking and they're laughing. He drags me and I'm walking behind him. He drags me. He says, Koinange, you're a naughty boy. Naughty, naughty boy. I knew your relatives back in the revolution and you are not like them. And he's dragging me and I'm, that time I'm stumbling with him. Finally, about 50 meters down or whatever it was, he lets go. And he says, come to Aso Rock. That's where the president lives in Abuja. Come to Aso Rock tomorrow morning and you'll do an interview. Just like that. We show up, we do the interview, it was great. And we interacted a lot after that. One particular moment, he asked me, hey, what do you do for relaxation? I know you've been based here a few years. What do you do? I said, listen, I swim, I exercise, I go to the gym. He says, do you play squash? I said, I played, I can play, yeah, sure. He says, tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. here. I said, really, mister? Can we film it? I said, of course. Your cameraman can film you losing. Now, let's face it. I was in my 30s, 40s then, early 40s. The man was 68 then. Come on. How am I going to lose? Next morning, we show up. Sure enough, we're cleared. Straight to the squash courts. 6 on the dot. President shows up. Says, are you ready? I said, I'm ready. My cameraman, Simon, goes up to where the spectators watch, and he starts filming. He says, we start warming up. Of course, you got to warm up, and so the squash ball can be nice and warm. We warm up a few minutes, and he says, okay, ready? I said, yeah. He says, you start. I start. I serve. Ball falls. Boom. He tries to respond. Nothing. I said, this is going to be easy. I serve again. That was the last serve I had for 3 games. He came back, whacked this, whacked that, made me run here, made me run to the back. First game was 8-1. Next 2 games, 9-love, 9-love. Boom. Just like the 68-year-old man had made me run around the court like I was a cat chasing a mouse. When we finished, he looked at me and says, not everything is as it seems. And I thought about this later on. When you look at something, never judge it by how you see it. Never judge a book by its cover. Nigeria is not what you see it to be. And he walked away. After that, nothing but respect. Nothing but respect.